Today we're going to talk about correlations in relationships. A correlation coefficient is used to describe the strength and direction of a relationship between two of the variables in the study. So Marks et al. Published an article in the Journal of Hand Therapy. They reviewed 17 articles that examined the association of 25 independent variables with patient satisfaction. And what they were looking for is which of the variables most related to patient satisfaction. So they found the factor that they found most related to in their study that had the highest correlation coefficient was pain and symptom, reduction of pain and symptoms. But you can see that the R value ranged between 0.1 and 0.87. So although the 0.87 is a strong correlation, the problem is that the scores varied between 0.01 and 0.87. It was followed by ADL, or an improvement in function, of 0.14 to 0.86. Again, the 0.86 is a very strong correlation, but the 0.14 would be a weak to poor correlation. And aesthetics was 0.6 to 0.7, and that was actually a moderate correlation, and there was less variability among that score. So correlations have directions. They can have a positive correlation or a negative correlation. So for example, if you overeat, there's a positive correlation with gaining weight, and if you don't have enough calories in a day, there will be negative correlation with gaining weight. So again, there's two types or directions of correlation. So, and again, the Marks study, they found that there was weak correlation between radiographic findings and patient satisfaction. So 0.30 to 0.22 was a weak correlation. The negative sign doesn't indicate anything about the strength of the correlation. So if something is 0.80 positive or a negative 0.80, their strength value is still the same. It's still it's still a strong correlation. The symbol just tells you the direction of the correlation. So when judging the strength of a correlation, just look at the number and ignore the sign. So positive correlations will be reported as a number between 0 and 1. A score of 0 means there's no correlation, basically very weak. And a score of 1 is a perfect positive correlation. So as the correlation score gets closer to 1, it gets stronger. So a correlation of 0.8 is stronger than a correlation of 0.6. So nonparametric statistics are used to determine if a distribution of the observed frequencies differ from theoretical or expected frequencies. So again, it's very easy to compare numbers because you can do tests to see if there is a lot of variability between the scores. But in terms of right-handedness or left-handedness or the sex of the subjects in the study, that's all non-parametric statistics. So you have to do a different type of analysis on those to determine whether the distribution of the number of right-handed people is different from what a theoretical or expected frequency might be. So this was a study that was published in the Journal of Hand Therapy, and they wanted to know, this was by Helena Sillam and her colleagues, and they wanted to know if patients preferred a ComfortCool orthotic device or a custom hard therapist-made orthotic device. And so what they found was that the ComfortCool was rated as the preferred splint by 63% of the participants, and the hybrid, or the custom device made out of orthotic splinting material, was rated as the preferred splint by 37%. And again, when you're asking which one they prefer, that's not a numerical rating that's given to that. So then in that case, they do what's called a chi-square analysis, which is an association was found between those who preferred the hybrid and comfort, and those who preferred the ComfortCool. There was an association with high ratings for durability. So again, they're looking to determine if a distribution of observed frequencies different from the theoretical or expected frequencies. The data being tested is categorical rather than numerical. In the case of the Silom study of comparing the splints, splint preference again is categorical data, and it differs from data regarding pinch strength or a numerical rating of pain. If you have any questions, please let me know, and thank you.